Basement level vibes with another one, straight up blackness aye. Who tell the truth? Mark Benskop, defend the ghetto youth. Mark Benskop, radio station is the fruit. Mark Benskop, straight up from the root. Mark Benskop, who tell the truth? Mark Benskop, defend the ghetto youth. Mark Benskop, radio station is the fruit. Mark Benskop, straight up from the root. Mark Benskop, I do it for the love, him not do it for no money. Straight up, him attack, educating everybody. Big up my friends and big up my family. Turn on the radio, catch the vibes, it's integrity. Straight up, Benskop stands for unity. One people, one nation, one destiny. Free up the truth in the air, even the blind can see. The deaf can hear, the dumb can talk, the cripple can walk. Boom. Who tell the truth? Mark Benskop, defend the ghetto youth. Mark Benskop, radio station is the fruit. Mark Benskop, straight up from the root. Mark Benskop, who tell the truth? Mark Benskop, defend the ghetto youth. Mark Benskop, radio station is the fruit. Mark Benskop, straight up from the root. Mark Benskop, we have to gather wrong, grab a seat and sit down, pay attention. Education, liberation, we have to stand strong. Benskop upon the radio, lively up the program. Everybody call somebody and let them turn and tune and on the radio and catch the boom song. We boom it up already, we have to boom it up again. Expose and reveal him. Who tell the truth? Mark Benskop, defend the ghetto youth. Mark Benskop, radio station is the fruit. Mark Benskop, straight up from the root. Mark Benskop, who tell the truth? Mark Benskop, defend the ghetto youth. Mark Benskop, radio station is the fruit. Mark Benskop, straight up from the root. Mark Benskop, I do it for the love, him not do it for no money. Straight up, him attack, educating everybody. Big up my friends and big up my family. Turn on the radio, catch the vibes, it's integrity. Straight up, Benskop stands for unity. One people, one nation, one destiny. Free up the truth in the air, even the blind can see. The deaf can hear, the dumb can talk, the cripple can walk. Boom. Who tell the truth? Mark Benskop, defend the ghetto youth. Mark Benskop, radio station is the fruit. Mark Benskop, straight up from the root. Mark Benskop, who tell the truth? Mark Benskop, defend the ghetto youth. Mark Benskop, radio station is the fruit. Mark Benskop, straight up from the root. Mark Benskop.
This is attorney Shellen Washington, owner and founder of the Washington Law Firm, located at 455 Utica Avenue in Brooklyn, New York. We're specialized in medical malpractice, personal injuries, matrimonial law, and landlord and tenant. If you're in need of legal representation, please give us a call today. The number to call is 718-877-3100. Consultation is free at no cost to you, so call us today to see if we can be of any assistance to your legal needs. Again, the phone number to call us is 718-877-3100.
Good evening. Welcome to Straight Up. Let's rock and roll this evening. It's 7 minutes after 9 o'clock in beautiful, beautiful Guyana. It's 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time as well. 7 or 8 minutes after 9 o'clock. Sorry. It's a different time zone wherever you are. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, good day, whatever it is. Now, these folks, and thank you, Mr. Collins, Garfield Collins, good evening to you. He says, hey, good evening, everyone. Please share the link. You see, I don't have to say it. You guys are the ones who say it. You guys are the ones who share the link. But guess what? We're going to rock and roll, right? these two uh, women, yeah, of course, acting Chancellor of the Judiciary, Justice Janet Cummings Edwards, and acting Chief Justice Roxanne George Wilshire. They're acting and acting and acting and acting. We might as well just send them off to Hollywood or Bollywood, in this case, of course, Hollywood, and let them receive some sort of Grammy Awards or something like that. They've just got to, they're good actresses, and we just got to do it. It's how the country's running. Bharat Jagdev and Irfan Ali do not want these African women, African Guyanese women. They might be comfortable with one over the other, but they just don't want to appoint one and leave the other hanging, so to speak. So they want to find a way to get rid, and I really do mean get rid of the one that they don't like. That's the sort of vindictive, that's the sort of racist politics that's being played. Racist politics that's being played by the PPPC. All right, call your friends, let them know we're on. We're ready to rock and roll. Good evening to all of you guys, every single one of you, as we prepare to rumble this evening. What are we going to do this evening? What do you guys want us to do? We were on for a couple of hours earlier today, and, in a matter of minutes, here it is. I got to prepare to be back on again. Seems to be like a full-time job. What's happening? A full-time job. Y'all might as well make me a member of parliament, put me somewhere to represent you guys, because I'm not going to sleep, right? I will represent you guys 24/7. Trust me. I'm not going to run around modeling for you guys, flinging my here, there, and there. I'll just represent. Sorry about that. I'll just represent you guys for tea, breakfast, and dinner. I will work for my money. I will work for my member of parliament salary. I would just wait until it's sorry about that. Let's start right over again, because some of you may suck your teeth and say, leave the opposition MPs them alone. They are all right, man. No, most of them are not okay. They got to work. They got to work. Look at this. Sometimes when people try to big you up, well, I know this person means well, mind you, right? Vanessa Stewart is saying, Mark, you will do a great job in Parliament. Look, this is our Parliament. Caller, I am the Speaker of the National Assembly, right? You guys are the parliamentarians. You guys are the members of Parliament, because we make things happen. This is our Parliament. We get results here, right? Let's see, what is happening here? Somebody's saying what? Bonjour. Parlez-vous français? Ça passe? Ça va bien, right? You parlez-vous français? We all parlez-vous français, Chin Randa. Good. Good evening to you, Chin Randa. Let's see who else we can say a quick hi to before we rock and roll. Pamela Gorick. Well, he made me jump there for a moment, right? All right. Sorry about that. Fazina Bacchus. Salam alaikum. How is Trinidad and Tobago, y'all? Talk to me. How are you doing in Trinidad? Long time no see. All you talk to me, Fazina. Hope your family's okay. Your kids, your grandkids, and all the people. All you okay? Glad all you okay then. All right. All right. So I'm just warming up before we get straight into the chase them out, right? So tag your friends, let them know we're on. I want to say a special good evening to the folks in New Amsterdam. They have been calling and they have been saying, guess what? Guess what? They're all fired up because they don't want any swines to creep up on them in New Amsterdam, whether it's Pitt Street or wherever. They don't want that at all. And so, hey, look, Brenda Braithwaite or Braffit, you're not late. You're just not late. All right? We're now warming up. Neville Sital, also known as Civic, the guy that Jagdev destroyed his entire family. That lunatic, that criminal, Bharat Jagdev, destroyed the man's family. But you know what? Neville Sital is strong. He's a strong brother. That's why I respect and I salute him. Salute to you, man. A lot of people don't know what you went through. Your wife died. Your family split up as a result of Bharat Jagdev. Hey, look, people oftentimes talk about hell, but Bharat Jagdev going straight to hell. Trust me, straight to hell. We got to stop being this nice boy, this Christian thing like, and the Bible says this and the Bible says that. Oh, you got to be nice to look, man. As I get older, I get wiser, right? Straight to hell, Barra Jack Dew is going. No matter how much he seeks to repent of it, he goes straight to hell. Sometimes we all wish it can happen, Barry, but we're not God, right? Whatever it happens, it happens. But after all, we know exactly where he's going, straight to hell. And can I get an amen for that? Straight to hell. Can I get an amen for that? Torment him, man. Torment him. You guys got to torment him. Now, look, let's get back into this whole thing. Fight back. The PPP believes that they're the only ones who can fight back. Jagdeo believes that he's the only one who could say all sorts of things. Irfan Ali believes he's the only one who can bully people and talk rough as though he's some kind of bad boy and these sort of things, right? And, but don't be, when they talk up like that, they get one and two house slaves who running scared because they have charges before the court and all kind of thing, and they want to sweeten up, you know me? They want to sweeten up to Jagdeo and Irfan and all of them so that they can be saved from going to jail. We are not on that. We are not at that level. We are here to ramp up and fight back. Because remember what Jagdeo says, right? And now, mind you, we are peaceful people. We don't speak violence at all. And this is no violence that we're talking about. And the fight back we're talking about is exactly what Jagdeo urged his supporters them to do. This is what he asked them to do, which is no different from what we are asking our folks to do.
Right across Ghana, when the ministers of Granger or Nagamutu come here after the 21st of March, you say to them, walk behind them, chase them out, they're going to be illegal. Say to them, you're illegal. Free up the country, your situation right across the country.
Ministers, when they come to the communities, whether it is in Berbice or Essecubo and Linden or in South Georgetown or Agricola or in Ennore or Port Morant, the people of Guyana should treat them as illegal. I said they should walk behind them, chase them out of your communities because it means they've been squatting in power.
Exactly. And that is sorry about that. That is precisely what folks have to do with Barra Jagdeo and them. Just chase them out. There's no usage for them at all. Chase them out. They don't worth it. You guys have got to apply the same method. Same method. This is what they did. When they walk around, you've just got to chase them out.
Mr. Watts, he is armed himself. Shots, watch it, tear gas. Live rounds. Also, I can see that.
But since my cousin there, you know you come on the East Coast.
You listen to me.
Right? You know you come to the East Coast.
You listen to me now.
You gotta listen to me too, man.
I am listening to you.
Now, I see you on the East Coast. The day when they get a protest of them, the next day, that's when you see one bigger heads come up for talk to my family. Right? And that's bad. If you didn't do a protest, you want to see nobody for justice. You see? I'm not holding back nothing. I'm not holding back nothing. I just need justice for my family.
I get visitors all of a sudden. All of a sudden, you all get visitors. This is Joker. Who is that Joker?
You see, he loves to abuse. We're going to get into this here, right? Remember what Irfan or Jack Deere, remember what Jack Deere said, chased them out? And now they're running up and they're kicking up a stink over what Annette Ferguson said. The same thing, or less than what Jack Deere has urged his supporters them to do. And guess what? They're getting all in their ricketics as though it's something bad that Annette Ferguson said. Let's go to Annette Ferguson. Let's go to her. This is, of course, the Hungry Belly guy critic is actually showing this. The Hungry Belly, because that's what he is, a Hungry Belly. So let us go and listen to what Annette Ferguson is saying, please.
You choose.
You don't work with them. Go tell them.
You can't tell the people nothing. You have nothing to offer them.
This is
You
AP
didn't
and you
offer
talk.
them in
This
2015.
is AP and you talk.
Get out. They have a chance.
Don't work with them.
You choose.
You don't work with them. Go tell them. You don't work with them. Go tell them.
You can't tell the people nothing. You
on.
have
This
nothing
is
to
PNC.
offer them.
This is
You
AP
didn't
and you
offer them
talk.
in
This
2015.
is AP and you talk.
Get out. They have a transport here. Hold on, you have a transport here. Y'all have a torch. Y'all have a torch. The people.
All right, so welcome back. If it's one thing, them PPPC girls could abuse, guys could abuse, they could really abuse back. Now, let me get was Annette Ferguson right to do what she did or not? Chase them out. Myrna Peter King, good evening, former member of parliament. Good evening. Was she right or not to chase them out? Chase them out. Isn't that what Bara Jagdeo said? So if Bara Jagdeo actually encouraged his supporters them to do that, chase PNC, APNU, AFC supporters out, chase them out. That's what Bara Jagdeo said. Now Annette Ferguson is chasing them out in a nice, dignified way, telling them that they're not welcome there. Y'all leave. But them girls could abuse back. You saw them girls, the guys, you saw them abuse him back. Was she right or not? Come on, you guys, don't be afraid to say no, she wasn't or whatever. Was she right? Let us hear it. I'm looking at your comments. I want to read your comments. A lot of you are saying, chase them out. Chase them out. Of course, chase them out. Chase them out.
Right across Ghana, when the ministers of Granger or Nagamutu come here after the 21st of March, you say to them, walk behind them. Chase them out, they're going to be illegal. Say to them, you're illegal. Free up the country, you're undemocratic. They're going to face a different situation right across the country.
When they come to the communities, whether it is in Berbice or Essecubo in Linden or in South Georgetown or Agricola or in Ennore or Port Morant, the people of Guyana should treat them as illegal. I said they should walk behind them, chase them out of your communities because it means they've been squatting in power.
You have nothing to offer them.
This is
You
AP
didn't offer
and you
them
talk.
in 2015.
This is AP and you talk.
Get out. They have a transport here. Hold on, you have a transport here. Y'all have a torch. Y'all have a torch. The people choose the PVPC on the executive level, and they will choose the PVPC on the local level.
But seriously, them girls could abuse, You think them girls abuse him back? The guys in the red t-shirt, they're abusing back. They're making no sense, but they just feel that they got abused back. And as they abuse back and they head back into Freedom House, guess what they're getting? A box of chicken, a box of cook-up, 7 curry, whatever it is. That's what they're getting. And they got to work for their money. They got to work 100 times harder for their money because they're wearing those red t-shirts. They're getting a little $5,000 for that, and they're happy. They're not concerned about country. They're not concerned about future. They're not concerned about any single thing other than their little box of cook-up and whatever little soup that they receive. So Annette Ferguson, good job. And I hope that there are others. And nobody's talking violence. You don't have to beat up anybody. I want to repeat that here. You don't have to beat up anybody. Just chase them out. coalition supporters do not operate like how Jack Dale puts his people them to deal with opposition supporters in the most violent of way. But that is not what opposition supporters are about. Congratulations, though. Congratulations to Annette Ferguson for what she did there. Chased them out in a nice way. And I was hoping that the people of Plaisance, actually, yes, I was hoping that the people of Plaisance would have done the same thing too. Give them a dose of their own medicine. Give them a dose of their own medicine. I repeat, give them a dose of their own medicine. Nothing is wrong with that. If they give you Buckley's, give them Buckley's back. Or give them Senapad. That's all. In politics, it's do for do, na obia. And Jagdale, they believe that they could do everything. And nobody is brave enough to do them back. So, you know, they got a reggae song goes something like, Gyala, what me do you make you do me that? Gyala, what me do you make me do? Well, that is what you got to play for Jack Dio. You got to stare Jack Dio in the face and say, Gyala, what me do you make me do you that? Right? So you got to do these people back. You can. Now it's not time for soft politics, church boy politics, and these sort of things. You got to go rough on the PPPC. And rough in a political way, mind you. Rough in a political way. Go rough on them. Look at Jack Dio in his face and play that reggae song. Gyala, what me do you make you do me that? Gyala, what me do you make you do me that? You do the same thing back to them. All right? So let's head over to Plaisance. This is what happened in Plaisance earlier. And kudos to the guys them out in Plaisance. Great job done. This is what happened.
Promises. Why you come and promise me all the time? Because it's election. Why you promise me come and see me dead or alive all the time? You should have come all the time. Everything broke down. I'm going to ask them to send the CEO for the Minister of Education and School. When you look today, they come and promise them crumbs. When they cut to the old bread, then try to get the shop to the flour mill. You give them crumbs. See the young people, let them give them crumbs.
663 at the 911, Chanton Small, come wrong way. I don't right here, me come, nobody come, they can come meet me, me can meet nobody. 8911, Small Bass Myers Construction Service.
And the boss of the work, boy. In the village of work.
You only playing around, they come and tell your body. Just because the election people, they tell your body.
That's what I'm saying. No peace. We need a little peace in these people. That's what you say they want the background to build it down.
Election. You intend the contract before election. They didn't know you. They had no time with you before election.
Os vocês são Plaisance nice buy. Ele foi ali e get his budget and get this.
Yeah.
So I used to do that. With me phone. The me phone is going live. You know it be live all the time.
I know it's like the size of it.
Right time by the girl they want it.
I say the name of it, I know it's live. Oh God,
I go live.
All right, let's just congratulate Trenton Small. Congratulations to Trenton Small. Job well done. Chase them out. They're not welcome. This is elections time for them, and that's the only time they will. They have remembered the people there at Plaisance. So he's going to walk through the line top there. He's going to go at the Guinness bar. He's going to pretend as though he's knocking at Guinness and all manner of things. That's the start. That's the sort of trickery they're up to. but we're joined by the Member of Parliament, Annette Ferguson. And we say kudos to Annette. She's smiling, and we're serious, but she's smiling, even though GPL look like they go and they're cut off. She like she's in the dark. Good evening, Member of Parliament. How are you, ma'am?
A pleasant evening to you, Mark, and to your wonderful viewers. A pleasant evening. I'm fine, thank you, Mark. And what about you?
Oh, great. I'm great. And the people are even doing better. The people in New Amsterdam, they're all geared up. They're all fired up. The people in Linden are all fired up. The people in Pleasance are all fired up. All over. Are you guys fired up in Parliament?
Well, Mark, before I even answer your question, let me just offer my apologies for the environment. I'm actually in my vehicle just out of the National Assembly. Well, yes, we're fired up in the National Assembly. I guess you were following us earlier today, where we had a motion that was brought by my colleague, the Honorable Ganesh Mahipal, to actually amend Standing Orders 20, 22, 23, and 27 too. But we did an excellent presentation. That's from the opposition side. But I must say how disappointed I am on the government side, because they did not support the motion. They actually utilized the majority, the one-seat majority, to vote down the motion. It was just a simple motion. There wasn't, it shouldn't be any fight or anything. It's just asking, rather than a whole 27 days or longer than 27 days for motions and questions to be placed on the order paper, we said, man, look, let us bring it down to 4 days, because by the time these questions and motions come up, it has been overtaken by time, because you would recognize we have irregular sittings of the National Assembly. Look, we just finished the 64th sitting tonight. And when the Honorable Mark Phillips stood up to move the adjournment, he said to a date to be announced later. So it could be till July, it could be till, August, we're heading into recess. So we're already in May. So I assume that we would be back in the National Assembly till probably sometime in June, late June, early July.
Recess?
Yeah, the Parliament usually go into recess from August 9th to October 10th.
Wow. I can't wait till I become, one day, hopefully I'll become a parliamentarian. You guys have the best job in the world.
No. But Mark, I just want to make this clear.
Please
Even if when we get in, when the Parliament is in recess, we continue to do our work in the various constituencies. You understand me? So it's not that the work of the MPs would stall. We still got our work to do.
Well, some of you guys still do continue working. Let's be reasonable. Let's be honest here. Let me ask you a question concerning your take on the way in which things are being done in Parliament, the way in which this guy who sits there as the Speaker of the National Assembly, Manzoor Nadir, former UF leader, and so forth and so on, he just jumped on the gravy train, so to speak. Are you comfortable with how he rules in Parliament?
No, I'm not comfortable, Mark. A speaker's supposed to be an impartial individual, but he's not impartial, Mark. He's not a fair speaker to us. Look, for instance, the High Court Judge Justice Kisoon handed down his decision with EPA and the EEPGL, right? And what the Honorable Member Mahipal did was to bring a motion to the National Assembly asking for us to probably, it's a national issue. It's engaging the attention of the public. So let us have a discussion on some of the things that the judge might have highlighted in his decision. Today that's this man for a speaker, the PPP's gatekeeper, because that is what I refer to him as. He blocks every single thing. This man don't see anything good submitted by the coalition government, the coalition MP, sorry. So what he did today was to say that, well, look, the motion cannot go forward because the matter is sub judice. Remember, EPA has filed an appeal But how can it be sub judice, Mark, when there is
a decision has already been made?
Not already been made. Remember, they filed an appeal, but no court date has been set by the appeal court. So how can you say it is sub judice?
This guy is a total waste of time. Absolute
then when you
waste of
submit your
time.
motion, he cut in your motions. When you submit your questions, he altering and amending your questions. You know, when for instance, you would have recognized us being abused. Some of my colleagues were being abused by other members of the government side, and rather than him reprimanding the government members, he always turning to reprimand the coalition MPs. It is unfair what this gentleman, this PPPC gatekeeper, is doing to us in the National Assembly. But you know what, Mac? We have the people's job to do, and we will continue to fight despite what is happening at the level of the National Assembly. That's why programs like these and all other programs, you know, we can appear on these programs and highlight to our viewers and citizens what is really happening in the 12th Parliament of the.
And we're glad that you guys are doing just that. Let's have our operator remove this thing from off the screen, because he's unfair, undemocratic, doesn't worth much mentioning other than he's just a PPP. You know what? Somebody used the term lap, whatever it is. But I want to ask you about this here. I want to ask about this particular situation here and explain, because we're not going to listen to what the PPP has to say. We're glad that you did exactly what you did. It wasn't violent. You were asking them to leave your turf. These masqueraders. Explain. Let's listen for a couple of quick seconds.
They have a transport here. You have a transport here. Y'all have a turf. Y'all have a turf. The people choose the PPPC on the executive level, and they will choose the PPPC on the local level. Out.
Yep, fair enough. Fight for your turf. Fight for your turf. But those girls, those guys, where was this exactly, please?
This was in 5th Street, Alberton. This is between Albert and Light Street.
And Light. Tell them out the place, man.
So
out the place. Chase them out.
This is actually constituency 1. You know, constituency 1 falls in that particular area there. So I happened to be in the vicinity there yesterday, and I saw these people. But the first person who I encountered was Jillian Burton. And I was like...
You mean that short lady that was a union lady?
Yes, I was...
Her last name is Prasad now, Julian Burton Prasad. Please address her properly. You mean that short lady like this?
Yeah, that short woman.
How were you able to see her? Anyways, continue.
But I saw her. So I asked her, I said, Jillian, what are you doing here? This is not, you don't belong to this area. What are you doing in my area, in my turf, you know? And she was like, man, Forgo, man, don't worry, man, don't worry. I just do a walkabout. But after engaging her, I reached up with another set of them. I think it's about eight or nine of them, right? In their red t-shirts, going house to house, handing out flyers to persons. And I can tell you, man, people didn't open their doors to them. So after I saw these red t-shirts persons, I was like, what is happening?
One second. Congratulations to the people in Alberta. Do not open your doors for vampires. Continue.
Yeah, so I said, what are you guys doing in the PNC, APN, UTURF? What are you doing here? You don't belong here. So, you know, we had a little back and forth, who in do for what, asking about the 80 million US. Well, I asked them about the 240 million US that the audit report was able to reveal what they hide from the people of Guyana. So we had a little thing. So eventually I was able to get them off of my turf. That is the PNC stronghold, Mark. You know,
but you also know that under the coalition where democracy was restored, that you did it in a very dignified way. That these so-called red t-shirt guys with a box of food can pass through. They can pass through, but people aren't listening to them. But you basically ask them politely, do not contaminate your turf. And that's exactly what they were doing. But that doesn't say that you guys cannot put on your green t-shirt and walk through their turf as well, too. Y'all got to do that, too.
Yes, Mark. Yes, I agree with you. I agree with you. You know, so telling the people who they might have engaged along the way on the street, lying to the people, the coalition didn't do this, the coalition didn't do that. So I was able to, engage some of the people who they met along the way. And I reasoned with the people. I asked the question. I said, is your life better since August 2020? I said, this country is filthy rich from the oil resources. Have your life improved? And the people say, no, Mark. They want to see a better Guyana. So I said to the people that, well, look, you will have your chance at the ballot to vote against the People's Progressive Party Civic. That's where we have to begin from, Mark, to vote against them come local government elections on the 12th of June, 2022.
So wait a minute. What happened after this incident? Were you invited to the police station or something?
No, I didn't do anything wrong, Mark.
Oh, because I see somebody is saying here that, Mark, stop it, stop lie. Pandora, stop lie about what? Annette Ferguson behaved in a dignified way. Unless you can show me otherwise. Have you seen Tanti Moral Irfan and how they behave, Pandora? Don't open a box, please, Pandora.
Mark,
wow. Annette, continue.
Mark, all I said to the folks, because I was pleasantly surprised to see them in the area. I've never seen the People's Progressive Party Civic in certain areas here in Georgetown. And all I said to them, stop lying to the people. Just leave. Leave. This is the PNC APNU turf. This is my turf. Just leave. I did not physically touch any one of them.
You were a lady. You were a lady. But I like how y'all fighting for these turfs in the opposition, When y'all get back into office, I want y'all fight for these turfs just like this too, Why y'all remember these turfs too, Yes, y'all gonna go back in there very soon. But I want, just like y'all fighting for y'all turf right now in the opposition, please, when y'all get back in there, fight for y'all turf still.
I agree with you, Mark. But Mark, you remember, Jack Deere's on record saying that he is going to sweep Georgetown. So Georgetown, we got all right to protect Georgetown, Mark. We have all right to protect Georgetown against the People's Progressive Party Civic, because we know what they are capable of doing at the local level. The victimization will start, Mark. You got them little, single parent mothers, the little youth on the road kind of hustling on a daily basis with a little sweetie stand. They will go after those people.
So and those are the people, you are correct. Those are the people that they're targeting. Let's move away from that. You saw Irfan Ali walked into the Guinness bar suddenly, and the people there were upset. Did you see that? The people were upset so much so they wanted to chase him out. They said to him, and rightly so, look, you only come in to see us now because it's elections time. You don't care about us. The people actually told Irfan Ali that. And to all the people there in Plaisance, come on, man, you guys deserve this. Are you surprised that the people are now turning and saying, look, are being brave enough to say, we don't want you here. You're only coming here to use us. It's elections time. Are you surprised?
Mark, I haven't seen the video that you referred to, but I am happy that this is the approach that our citizens are taking. Mark, what can the PPPC come or go into these predominantly Afro-Guyanese community to say to them, Mark? We would have seen the victimization. How many persons lost their job since August 2020? Look, the victimization. Look what is happening with look what would have happened with the cash grant. Look what would have happened to all the monies they have disbursed And many people within those very communities have not benefited, Mac. So I am in full support of the people rejecting them and the people saying to them outrightly, why you asking them right now, why is it you coming? You don't have nothing to give to me. All they're going to do, Mark, is just to lie to the people, fool up the people, just to get their votes. And I want to say to all right-thinking Guyanese, do not fall trap. Do not fall prey to the People's Progressive Party Civic. We have had actually 3 years with them since August 2020, and we would have witnessed what the wrath they would have put on Guyanese people in this country. So we have to reject them, Mark. I'm calling on all Guyanese. Turn out to your numbers in the local authority areas and vote solidly for a partnership for national unity.
All right. Do you have a couple of minutes more with us? I see you peeping through your window.
Yes, I'll give you a couple more minutes, Mark.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Honorable Member of Parliament, the turf chief. The turf chief. Fight for y'all turf. And when y'all get back in there, fight for y'all turf even 10 times more. Fight for y'all turf. Nothing is wrong with that. And when you get back in there, I know the coalition will fight for the entire country.
Yes.
Right after local government elections, hopefully I'll get y'all act together though, from a leadership standpoint. Let's get to the people want to hear a part of what happened in Plaisance today.
Plaisance nice by. Il faudra aller get his bar drinking a Guinness. Yeah. So I used to do that. With me phone. You know it be live all the time.
I know it's like the size of
right time by the girl they want it.
I say the name of it was live.
I go live. No, me but it not nobody next. I go live the wall no anytime I open my phone it be live. You scare me. You don't want it. Why you don't want it? Who?
All right. Thank you, Trenton Small. Thank you for what you did there. The lady didn't want the beer. Now she wanted the beer and she didn't realize. And she tried to weaken out. She tried to weaken out there, but kudos. Look, the people of Plaisance, I love what you guys did there. Chase them out. Don't let them feel welcome. Miss Ferguson, go ahead. Your take. I know you have a couple more minutes to go.
Yes. You know, Mark, sometimes I wonder. You know why I wonder, Mark? These very people who are now going into communities across this country, more so the LA areas, because we're heading to local government elections. These were the very people, Mark, and Guyanese ought not to forget this, who would have denied them local government elections. The last local government elections under the People's Progressive Party Civic was in 1994. They promised the people 3 years after, which would have been 1997, to give them local government elections. Anyway, we had amendments to the local Elections Act and so forth. They promised, Mark, even in 2011, when Donald Ramattar was running for president, he promised Guyanese that once he wins the 2011 November elections, that he was going to ensure that Guyanese go to the local polls. Mark, what these people give us in the 20 years of denying us local government elections. They put in IMCs, they bring the friends from outside of the local authority areas, the municipality districts, to say they're managing the affairs of that body, Mark. What else they did? They denied, especially the PNC stronghold areas, resources. You saw exactly, Mark, what they did to the people here in Georgetown. The high population of garbage, carpets not being kept, blood drains and all kinds. I remember as a young girl, Mark, living in Albert Street between North Road and Rob Street.
I know where.
Just
I know
close
where.
by me, Mark. Just close by me. We got there's the alleyway. As a small girl, I remember going to school using the alleyways because as you go down the alley, you're able to pick your little cherry from the trees hanging up over the fences and all kind of thing. We played games, we played marbles, we scoot in those alleyways. No, you cannot do this.
You guys have to walk around Georgetown. Y'all have to walk around New Amsterdam, walk around Linden. Y'all got to do this thing here in large numbers. All of the MPs and so forth have to walk around, have to go underground. Now it's not time for beauty pageant. Are you entering the Miss APNU beauty pageant too?
Is there a beauty pageant? I'm not aware of a beauty pageant contest.
I know you've got to go, and we are looking at our time too. Your closing remarks, because I got to continue with some other stuff.
Good. Well, Mark, I thank you very much for the opportunity of allowing me to appear on your program this evening. But I want to say to all right-thinking Guyanese who might be on this platform, and for those who are living outside of the country and you got families back home here, please encourage them to come out on June the 12th, 2023 and vote solidly for a partnership for national unity and the People's National Congress reform, because given they are putting Georgia in the hands of the People's Progressive Party will be detrimental for us, Mark. Giving them Linden will be detrimental for us. Giving them New Amsterdam will be detrimental for us. So I'm saying we have an opportunity come June the 12th, 2023 to reject the People's Progressive Party civic at the polls. So Mark, with those few words, once again, thank you for allowing me your space on 107.1 FM.
No, this is not my space. This is my turf. My turf.
Mark, thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
You're most welcome.
Appreciate it. Yeah. I'm fighting for your turf, your party's turf. Turf. Jack said chase them out, and that's exactly what she did, but she did it in a very dignified way. Very dignified way. Her church members there on Dorban Street gonna hug her and shake her hands this Sunday for fighting up and standing up for what's right. Because remember in the Bible, there's a part where Jesus Christ was talking to the money changers, and the money changers weren't listening to Jesus. They weren't listening to anybody. And one day Jesus Christ got vexed. Let me see if y'all know your Bible. Jesus Christ got vexed, and what do you think he did with the money changers? What do you think he did? You think he held on to them? Did you think that he prayed with them? Or did he just, chase them out? Chase them out. Pandora, you seem to be very politically active these days, and I hope you have not gone red. But let me say this to you, Pandora. When you have people like Jack Dio, and when you have people like Irfan Ali behaving in the manner in which they behave, please don't come here and tell the opposition MPs how they should behave. You want to see how Tantimore tell people to behave?
Right across Ghana, when the ministers of Granger or Nagamutu come here after the 21st of March, you say to them, walk behind them, chase them out, they're going to be illegal. Say to them, you're illegal. Free up the country, you're undemocratic. They're going to face a different situation right across the country.
Y'all want to see, Pandora, you want to see what else the PPP did? You want to see? And then come on, y'all stop trying to make these opposition MPs, the few who are fighting and standing up, to make it feel as though they have done something so wrong. that they've committed some crime. Take a look at the real criminals, please, Pandora. Take a look at the real criminals. I don't cry now when, you know, the PPP folks don't cry now because, and don't try to play self-righteous that y'all understand what's going on when the PPP has done 10 times worse than that. Y'all hold them accountable. Hold them accountable, and y'all
people have no conscience.
Y'all have a voice of these sort of things too.
These people have no conscience. No conscience they don't have. None.
Right? That is what they're doing to people. Don't come and say, oh, Annette, what Annette did. Look, Annette didn't commit any violence against anybody. She has a right to protect her political turf. She's asking, what are you guys doing here? Get out of here, man. Whatever it is, get out of here. She's absolutely right to have done that. No hypocrite should be walking through a community trying to contaminate it. In fact, she wasn't brutal. She wasn't violent. She didn't behave how the people from Bath Settlement behaved, beat up policemen, stone school bus with children inside, beat up nurses and so forth. And a lot of you, some of you out there that suddenly have a voice for these sort of things and want to condemn what Annette Ferguson did. Something as harmless as what she did. A lot of y'all were very, very silent. Y'all didn't condemn what the people did in Bath Settlement. They beat up police. They stoned school children buses. They stoned and beat up nurses. All of y'all were quiet. Y'all were quiet as a mouse. Y'all didn't get nothing for say at all. And when Jack Dave behaved like that, raise up his skirt and start to whine like a tanty moral and thing, y'all didn't get nothing for say. When they encourage violence and all these sort of things, y'all didn't get nothing for say. Y'all remain quiet. But poor Annette Ferguson gone out there and she protecting she turf. Y'all get vexed. Y'all suddenly become so righteous. Suddenly y'all become so righteous. But y'all didn't get nothing to tell Jack Dave and all of them. Y'all didn't get nothing to tell Irfan and all of them. When Irfan Ali called David Hines, tell him that who's this JACK and who's this and all manner of things. Y'all had nothing to say. Y'all just remain quiet. How y'all stay so, man? And y'all want to be fair? Y'all want to be righteous? How y'all stay so? I know what's happening now. Trust me. I know what's happening now. I know where y'all coming from. Y'all don't try to be in a sly way self-righteous. Y'all don't try to be sly. We peep y'all card already. All of y'all card we peep. Why not condemn this guy here for what he called David Hines and all manner of things? Condemn them too.
Mr. Watts, he is armed himself shots. Start watching tear gas. Light rounds. Also, I can see that.
Everybody is a boxer, man. I like your put in the boxer, man, to do that. But since Mike wasn't there, you know you come on the East Coast.
You listen to me.
Right? You know you come to the East Coast.
You listen to me.
You gotta listen to me too, man.
I am listening to you.
Now, I see you on East Coast. The day when they get a protest of them, the next day, that's when you see one bigger heads come up for talk to my family. Right? And that's bad. If we didn't do a protest, you want to see nobody for justice. You see? I'm not holding back nothing. I'm not holding back nothing. I just need justice for my family.
I get visitors all of a sudden. All of a sudden, you all have visitors. This is Joker. Who is that Joker? That piece of plum. They know who the dealer with you know.
So as soon as Annette Ferguson did something, y'all get upset. It's such a big crime. Irfan Ali, who sits there as the installed president, just call a man a joker, Dr. David Hines, a joker. Then turn to the people and say, you know who dealing with, you know. That is a threat. But y'all ain't gonna condemn that. Y'all love that. Y'all ain't gonna say that that is wrong. Y'all love that. Y'all embrace it. Look, y'all get y'all act together because y'all riling people up in that country. Get y'all act together. Stop turning a blind eye when the PPP does all these wrong things. The wrong things. And all y'all want to do is point fingers at APNU supporters, point fingers at some of the MPs, those ones who are working actually. Point fingers at them, right? They're wrong. They're always wrong. But y'all will never condemn Jack Deal. Y'all will never condemn Irfan Ali. And then y'all gonna come and say, Mark, you know better. Of course I know better. Cuss them back. Story done. I actually did say that, right? Now it's not time to sit down and cloak up and stretch out your hand and hug them and say, can we all just get along? And then when you hugging them and saying that, can we all just get along? They get a big knife. I was gonna say dagger, but not in these times. Stabbing you in your back. They don't care about you guys. And this, can we all get along together? Crap, it's infantile politics. Not now. Now is not the time for that. Look at how the people in Plaisance behave. Wonderful, right? And that is how you got to treat oppressors. Chase them out.
Why they come and promise me all the time? Because it's election. Why they promise me come and see me dead or alive all the time? You should have come all the time. Everything broke down. When we look today, they come and promise them crumbs. When they cut to the old bread, then try to make the shop to the flour mill. You give them crumbs.
Now we suddenly know about mosquitoes and the drains and the kids, and because look, Trenton Small, whoever he is, look, big up to you, Trenton Small. They need more people like Trenton Small. All across Guyana, they need more people like Trenton Small. They do need more people like Trenton Small. They do need more people. Let's stay focused, guys. Let's stay focused. All right? This is not a forum for views out, cuss out. Let's not be distracted, please. We just don't tolerate these sort of things on here. If you're going to disagree, disagree, but let's do it in a nice way here at all. We are angels here, right? We are angels, guys. Don't lose focus. And so elections around the corner, local government elections, you decide now to drop by at Plaisance, lined up at the Guinness Bar, the most popular area. We all love the Guinness Bar. Go there and take a nice Guinness. Nice cold Guinness. Sit down and you gaff with the people them there. Lovely people in Plaisance. Respect to you guys. But Irfan Ali decided now that he's going to do a drive-by, a swift drive-by, a hit and run in Plaisance. Walk through, gave the people the impression that he loves them. In fact, he doesn't. He doesn't give a damn about Plaisance. He doesn't give a damn about the people throughout the country. That's a fact. Let's not run away from that. Let's not be fooled. Don't let people fool you guys. I'm absolutely serious. Do not let people fool you guys. Some of them are going to put on their little red shirt and get a little swank money, and then they're gonna come and pretend as though they're like angels, right? And everybody else is doing wrong things. But they're gonna try to justify things. Be careful with those creatures. Now, here's what I want to do before I go. Here is what I want to do before I go. PPP supporter, guns, giving their supporters guns, whether they're qualified for a firearm license or not. PPP just giving it out. Look at what this PPP supporter did to a young lady in Essequibo. Just take a good look and understand where the country is at this point in time under the PPPC, under.
Advertisement is firing. Ah! Oh my, I'm being hard. Oh my god. Ah! Stop shooting. I am being hard. My name is Roger Kawari. They're shooting us. They're blowing us. They're shooting us. Advertisement is firing. Ah! Oh my, I'm being hard. Oh my god. Ah! Stop shooting. I am being hard. My name is Roger Kawari. They're shooting us. They're blowing us. They're shooting us. Thomas Mohammed Bacchus just shot me. Oh my god. He shot me. He shot me. Oh my god, he shot me. Oh my. You're blocking the access. We can't get to work. The ballot loader is Mohammed Fawad Bacchus. These are Alican's representative and agents. He shot at me. He shot at me. Look, they're hiding in the yard. Look, he's there. Look, he's there. He's shot. My name is Raghubar and I'm standing on our property here in Fairfield. I was just shot at by Mohammed Fawaz Bacchus. Here. These are Alican's agents and representatives. I am the daughter of Mahadi Raghubar.
Apparently a long-standing land feud that's going on there. Some guy by the name of Bacchus shot Rajkumari. I don't know what's happening there, but that is how these guys are handling their business. Pulled his gun out and decided to shoot at that woman. Regardless of whether land disputes or whatever, allegedly, mind you, he took his gun out and that's it. Shot the woman. And these are the type of people Irfan Ali loves. These are the type of people Jagdeo wants to be around. And they're going to rush up there to protect that guy because he's one of them, PPP guys. That's what they do. Because we have seen other things like this. What have you guys heard? And for some of them who talking about what Annette did, only one person against Annette tonight on the blog there for probably whatever reason, but you're not going to see them speaking out about these sort of things. This guy has not been charged. He whipped his gun out at somebody there in front of the man's family at Starbucks. You're not going to hear anything, maybe because this security company is owned by Sarwan's father. You're not going to hear anything about these things, nothing at all, because it doesn't suit their agenda to speak out about these things. They don't want to speak out about these things. But Annette ran around and did what she did, and Annette is the bad thing on this face of earth for certain people. They're not going to call for justice for Gunde's family, but they're going to rush to embrace this guy here who probably walking around as though he's an angel. These are the things that they're going to do. They're not going to call and say, where is this guy, another Bacchus? Is he in prison? He should be in prison. They're not going to look at these things because these things don't mean anything to them. But they're going to look and target Annette. Now, this guy, Orwin Bacchus, was charged back in 2018 with murder. He murdered a guy there in Kitty. He was charged, he was sent to prison, and we are told that he's out of prison without a trial. Nothing. Didn't go through the court. We don't know whether bail was granted. We don't know what has happened. And I'm asking the question, mind you, allegedly, I'm asking the question, mind you, is this guy, and these are the things that we have to be concerned about. Don't jump on a mountaintop with two Bibles in your hand, pretending as though you're all, some of you are angels and condemning what Annette did. That, oh, Annette has done something so bad, whereas the biggest criminals, look at what they're doing to Guyana. Irfan, Jack Dale, you name it. But y'all ain't gonna condemn them. Oh, poor Annette, y'all gonna condemn. Poor Annette. Annette don't get your luck. They condemn she with the maze. They condemn she with this here now. Oh, poor Annette. Y'all pray for Annette tonight because they're condemning Annette, but they ain't going to condemn the other things happening in the country. What about this? What about this guy? The question is he in prison or not? His name is Orwin Bacchus. I'm asking this question again here tonight. Is he in jail or not? He's a murder accused. Is he in jail or not? That's a simple question. Let the director of prisons, Mr. Elliott, let him come forward. Let him come forward and say that this guy is indeed in prison. If he's not in prison, under what circumstances was he released? That's all. The Minister of Home Affairs is quiet. Anil Nandalal, who's a friend of this guy's brother, Clifton Bacchus, the owner or part owner of Sleeping, I don't know whether he's owner or part owner, and then he owns Sleeping Casino also, whether he's part owner of the casino, I don't know. But Anil Nandalal has to answer this question. Is this guy in prison or not? That's all. Just tell us and show us the record that he is in prison, and I'll shut my mouth. Where is he? In which prison, if he is? That's all. And if he's not in prison, who let him out? Who let him out? Anil Nandalal, come on, speak up. Robeson Ben, come on, speak up. We can't ask for the permanent secretary to speak up because we already know what happened to her. She's on the big, huge investigations by the U.S. So much so that her visa was revoked. And the amount of things that were found, I'm assuming here, mind you, on that telephone should get a lot of them in Guyana concerned. Lots of them in Guyana concerned. All right, so back to this shooting incident here. What do you guys think is going to become of that? You get people killing people in Guyana and nothing is happening to them. You get people knocking people down on the road and not a minute in the police station. You get people are accused of killings and all manner of things. They're accused by U.S. law enforcement agencies of assassination, accused of drug smuggling, gold smuggling, all manner of things, terrorism, so forth and so on. So forth and so on. So forth and so on. Guys, please do not be distracted today. Do not be distracted. All right? Because some people are on here to basically distract. Do not be distracted. Let's stay focused here. And so that is exactly what is happening in the country right now. Friends and cronies. And the bunch who suddenly are wearing their red t-shirts with big PPPC on it are doing it for a box of chicken or some little business investment they have to benefit themselves. That is what this is all about. I will be back tomorrow morning. We'll talk a little bit more about New Amsterdam. We'll talk about Linden, and we'll talk about Georgetown as well. Protect your turf. But protect your turf. But just like the opposition, they're running to protect their turf now that they're in the opposition. When they get back into office, very soon, hopefully, we all want that. I hope that with the same energy they will be out there to do things for their turf, to remember their turf. That's all I wish to say for now. Until, when is it? Tomorrow morning? Yeah, I'll be back with you guys tomorrow morning. Same place, same time. But look, before I go, why am I rushing off so quickly? Why? Look at this here. They're building, I don't know if this is house. You see there's no proper infrastructure. There's nothing. Why would you build when there's no proper infrastructure? They're fooling people. LBI. Look at the houses. Look, no electricity, no roads, no nothing, but they're building. This is at a cost of what? $1 billion? $1 billion. You know where all of that money is going to, right? In whose pockets? Good. We got to talk because it's a massive corruption scheme under the PPP regime. So don't be fooled. Look, you throw down a 1-bedroom, a little shard, something, and you take a picture, and that's it. They're all proud of that. They're all proud, just like the school out in Linden. Nothing thus far, nearly $300 million. Not even a classroom was built. And then we talk about roads. Now look at this. Irfan urges contractors to speed up work. How are you going to urge contractors to speed up work when you didn't go through a proper process? Look, that particular road that he's asking that contractors was given to Jack Mohan Construction and General Supplies. Whoever the hell Jack Mohan is, I don't know whether they're folks who understand these sort of work. I don't know. But over $1 billion. And the other that they give it to some Trinidad company called Calco Guyana Inc. For almost $1 billion Guyana dollars. That's what they do. That is exactly what they do. And then when they're done now, they walk around in Leopold Street and give them little banners this year, little cement walk, block walk, BLOC block maker, and then they got to make 600 blocks, and then Irfan Ali is going to try to find little funding so that they could get one of these machines that is called a ransom. That is about $2,500 US. He is going to try to see if he could get funding for them, some small loans. That is how they're treating these folks, right? That is how they're treating these folks. But they're giving their friends and cronies billions upon billions of dollars of contracts. And you see, when you point these differences out, their cronies, they get vexed. They get upset. That's what they do. Now, before we go, look at this here. Rondell Bacchus. We're not hearing it in the news as yet. I'm not sure if anybody in the police force is covering this up, but according to a police source, Rondell Bacchus is in custody for drugs, gun, and ammunition. He's in custody. He is, according to a source, mind you, he is in custody. And Rondell Bacchus was alleged to have been part of a two-man gang that murdered Ricardo Fagundes. Rondell Bacchus turned himself in, said that he's not guilty, and that was the end of the investigation. As you know, it is the same murder that this guy, the friend of the PS, his name is Azruddin Bacchus, Azruddin Mohammed, is accused. We're not sure whether the police still has him down as a suspect, whether they've interviewed him or not. We don't know. But what we know, he's a good friend of Irfan Ali. He's a good friend of the acting commissioner of police. He's a good friend of Caesar. And then this other guy, his security guy, Mark Richmond, is also wanted. I don't know whether that has since been changed, but he was a suspect. The police probably did whatever it is. I don't know, but the police need to answer whether these guys are still suspects or not. But for now, again, just to have you know that Rondell Bacchus is in according to information, is in police custody. According to information, that is. We're yet to see anything in the news about that. Well, look who stepped in Parliament today. What's her name again? Well, that is Roysdale Ford, Member of Parliament and Senior Counsel, Roysdale Ford, and this is Miss Valda Lawrence. I almost honestly forgot her name, but Valda Lawrence. They stepped into Parliament today to take care of the people's business. So good to see them stepping into Parliament there. What else we can do before we go? We think that is it for now. We'll be back tomorrow, same place, same time, right here on 107. Sorry about that, right here on 107.1 FM. Have a good night, guys. Don't be fooled. There are some who are going to come to pretend to be all self-righteous. Don't be fooled. Do not be fooled. People in New Amsterdam, wake up. Do not be intimidated by the goons, the buffoons, the soup drinkers and the house slaves. Do not be intimidated by them. We know who they are. We know who they are. And the people in Linden the same. Corriverton folks, Anil Sugrim, good evening to you, sir, and your family. And to all of you, God bless you. I'll see you back tomorrow. Same place, same time, right here on 107.1 FM.
So, this is attorney Shellen Washington, owner and founder of the Washington Law Firm, located at 455 Utica Avenue in Brooklyn, New York. We're specialized in medical malpractice, personal injuries, matrimonial law, and landlord and tenant. If you're in need of legal representation, please give us a call today. The number to call is 718-877-3100. Consultation is free at no cost to you. So call us today to see if we can be of any assistance to your legal needs. Again, the phone number to call us is 718-877-3100.
Basement level vibes with another one, straight up blackness. Aye, who tell the truth? Mark Benskop, defend the ghetto youth. Mark Benskop, radio station is the fruit. Mark Benskop, straight up from the root. Mark Benskop, who tell the truth? Mark Benskop, defend the ghetto youth. Mark Benskop, radio station is the fruit. Mark Benskop, straight up from the root. Mark Benskop, I do it for the love, him not do it for no money. Straight up, him attack, educating everybody. Big up my friends and big up my family. Turn on the radio, catch the vibes, it's integrity. Straight up, Benskop stands for unity. One people, one nation, one destiny. Free up the truth in the air, even the blind can see. The deaf can hear, the dumb can talk, the cripple can walk. Boom. Who tell the truth? Mark Benskop, defend the ghetto youth. Mark Benskop, radio station is the fruit. Mark Benskop, straight up from the root. Mark Benskop, who tell the truth? Mark Benskop, defend the ghetto youth. Mark Benskop, radio station is the fruit. Mark Benskop, straight up from the root. Mark Benskop, we have to gather round, grab a seat and sit down, pay attention, education, liberation. We have
Maybe the Chinese company that did not get the agreement that they wanted here, maybe they're the ones who told you. Or it could be just a fictitious thing.
Okay, well, let's talk about specific individuals. What is your relationship with Mr. Su Jerome?
Su? Oh, Su.